Ladies and gentlemen, I f***ed up, and I'm sorry, because I tried to perception manage. I feel like 7 years of goodwill and trust was erased in just a second.
That's right, Iman Gadzhi bamboozled you, he lied to you, and you can't do nothing about it. Nah, in all seriousness though, recently Iman Gadzhi, who is a self-made and self-proclaimed millionaire on YouTube, came out and he had to apologize for a lie that he told his fans. Essentially what happened was Iman Gadzhi held a event called the Digital Renaissance, where he did a teaching session on the similarities that he saw between the Renaissance of past and the current Renaissance that's happening with digital, social media, and technology. He followed this up by saying that he was going to offer a 65% discount on his e-learning course, which drew connections between the past Renaissance and what is currently happening, and also tries to promote people to learn how to build their own agencies and make profit off of online.
I threw an event called Digital Renaissance. It was an opportunity for me to really wake people up and show people what's going on and how it's very eerily similar to what went on in the Dark Ages. And that was pretty much 70% of the event, was just educate, teach people, show people, kind of give people direction, open up the history books and show people how this has been done before. Then in the last 30% of the event, I told people about my program and my e-learning company, Gray Agency. And I also gave people the chance to get the Black Friday discount and special offer that we were running.
Following that, he deleted the videos, which is what led to the drama that we are discussing today. Upon deleting these videos, people did what people on the internet do and began drawing conclusions all over the place. From left to right, people were saying the Puppet Masters took his videos down, YouTube took his videos down, and the people who control the world from the back shadows were beginning to strike Iman Gadzhi down. Where Iman Gadzhi admits that he went wrong was that he did not tell people that it was him who deleted the videos. And of course, for him, this goes against his personal code of honor because he likes to be as transparent and open and honest with his supporters and his fan base as possible.
Those that are veterans know that I've been struggling with big tech for years now. Many of you guys will remember summer of 2020 when I had Richard Harris, a good friend of mine, and we talked about the whole cough situation, left a list of 72 references in the description, and then that video stayed up for approximately 12 hours. It was shut down. I had a YouTube channel strike, and that was on my second channel, Iman Gadzhi Extended. Most of you guys know that I've had my blue tick removed multiple times on Instagram, once again exposing a lot of stuff about the cough. A lot of you guys understand that I am fully shadow banned on Instagram, so I knew that at the end of the event I would be taking down all the videos. And unlike, we did an event in the summer, I wouldn't be privating them. I didn't want to leave them on the channel. I was going to delete them fully.
Instead, he led into these accusations by going on his social media, going on his Instagram, and posting things that would suggest that, in fact, yes, it was the shadowy figures in YouTube who took down his video and struck him down, as they did in the past when he mentioned things about COVID-19 that weren't too friendly to the government, and he got a strike for it. Now, following this, of course, people need whatever they can to jump onto trends and to try to strike people down. So people began to question his morality, but also to question whether or not everything that he did was a scam, was fraud, or a lie. Not only did people begin to double down on him, people also started to make hit piece videos on him, basically trying to suggest that Iman Gadzhi was a liar this whole time, and now he is being brought to the front, and that his own actions are going to eventually lead to his channel being taken down or him losing all of his success so far in less than a year.
So I just personally don't understand how that could ever be called a scam. And listen, I am very cognizant and I am very understanding that people don't like to get sold to, but outside of this event, I never mentioned my program anywhere. Go look at my Instagram. I don't have a link to buy my program anywhere. I don't have a link to some webinar. Go look at my past 5-10 videos on YouTube. You won't find a course link anywhere. You won't find something to input your email and do this and that and get some free PDF or any of this stuff. And I'm being genuinely serious. I could probably make 3 to 5 times as much money from my e-learning company, but I don't, because my relationship with you is far more important.
Now let's be open and honest about this, guys, because Iman Gadzhi is one of the most open and honest influencers that I've seen on the platform. And not only that, he's also one of the most generous people that I've seen on this platform. Iman Gadzhi did not need to apologize to any of us. Do you understand? This man is a millionaire, approaching 9 figures, okay? He is on his way to 9 figures. And not only that, but he's documented his journey this entire way every step of the way. And he's also shared as much of his wealth and as much of his knowledge, not only with his fans, but with his haters as well.
They don't understand why I wouldn't want to give $100,000 to random people that comment or just some random it could literally be a same person, just random bots that they've created. Instead, I wanted to give it to people who actually follow my content. And the funny thing is I'm giving away $5,000 to multiple people who disagree with me. You know, there was one very interesting video where the person goes, you know, I think Iman's ideologies and his belief are going to lead to his downfall. You know, the fact that for many, many years I've been very open about things that aren't very politically correct. You know, and this person completely disagreed with me and basically thinks that my brand and my channel will be in the gutter within a year. I'm literally giving that person $5K because it gave me a lot to think about.
When people make these comments on social media and people try to find any reason to take somebody down, it's really pathetic, because these are people who are not only making so much money that they can completely detach from normal everyday life and just ignore what's happening in the everyday world, but also he is trying his best not only to connect with his fans, but to connect with those who don't understand and teach, so that he can educate the same way that he's done in Nepal when he's built his schools, and the same way that he's done in all of his agencies when he tries to make all of his supporters money. And not only that, but let's not forget how much it costs for him to pay his employees to continue to run his agencies and to continue to support his businesses while he's doing things like going on social media, making YouTube videos. I mean, just hear exactly how much it costs just for him to run his e-learning business.
We have one of the most advanced e-learning companies in terms of scale of employees, the custom proprietary software we've built, and still I try to talk about as little as possible. Now, to be very transparent with you, the expenses for all the employees, the coaches, the platform, everything for GYA just to hit a break even is $400,000 a month. Depends if we're buying extra equipment or this or that, but let's say 400K. So I am trying to find a balance where I try to sell to you guys as little as possible.
And on top of that, he also offers for those who take his e-learning course to get their money back after a full 2 weeks of taking the course, which he shows you and gives you a comparison of what that would be like in real life.
I want you to imagine that there was a tennis academy out there and you could play 20 hours of tennis over the space of 3 weeks. And outside of that, they had facilities to help you find your perfect shoes based on your foot shape, the perfect racket. They gave you 10, 12 tools to make you a better tennis player. You even got assigned to a concierge manager, someone who is on your case, knows you name by name, and is literally there to make sure that you execute. You got access to all of the other players that play at the tennis academy, so that way you guys can collaborate and play and improve together. Outside of your coach, there's 5, 6 other coaches every single week that you can watch them play and learn from them, and even watch recordings of their tennis sessions. You could extract every last resource, every ounce of value, everything. You could do all of that for 3 weeks, and at the end of it decide, you know what, tennis isn't for me. Or you could be a little bit of a difficult person, and there's many people like that out there, and just get a refund because you got pretty much everything you could ever need from that tennis academy. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if that was the real world. Stuff like that doesn't exist.
But yes, essentially, Iman Gadzhi has come and he's apologized because he is a man of honor and he is a man who follows a code. If you're going to be holding yourself to a higher standard than others, then you have to hold yourself to that standard at all times, no matter how big or little the lie. And not only has he been transparent, but he's also apologized at a time where genuinely he does not need to apologize to anybody.
Even better, the best thing I could have done is in the same way I explained the reasoning why I had to delete the videos, not just private them. That's what I should have done. And I messed up. And you know, maybe in that moment, I think it was such an intense week. The response from the event was so incredible, so amazing. You know, I thought, well, I didn't say it. I'm not lying. I'm just letting people come to their own conclusions. So I'm not lying, but I'm also not being fully transparent. And that's all just a load of fucking horse. I should have done better, and I'm the only person responsible for that. But as I said, in the future, if there's ever an event where I make an offer at the end, I'm just gonna make that very clear and transparent at the beginning. And the last thing that I learned from this situation is I just really need to reflect on my influence and figure out how to continue to grow as a Trojan horse. I have a message that I feel is very, very important. I wanna continue to grow it. I wanna do it without getting deplatformed. And you know, I'm just kind of scratching the surface now to see how quickly lies can be made about someone and how a narrative can just totally be flipped about someone. So I'm gonna reflect on what I say, how I say it. I'm gonna be a lot more particular with that. And you know, I need to realize this isn't like the beginning of 2022 where, you know, YouTube was a fun little hobby and I'd get 10,000 viewers a video. You know, I have a real responsibility now, and I think that's really only dawned on me in the last maybe month or two. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I wanna finally apologize.
So if you feel like you've been lied to by Iman Gadzhi, or if you've just seen his apology video, read a few comments, and you feel like, aha, I knew it, he was trying to trick us the whole time, just be sure that you know his full story, that you've watched all of his videos, that you know what his fan base is like, you know what he's accomplished and what he's done, and you do a little bit of research before you call the guy a scammer. But that's going to be all for today. Dreamers, out.